Well, this summer, along with your beach read, you might want to try out a graphic novel, particularly if it's something you've not done before. So here to show us which ones are the hottest for the season and a cool new way to read them is Allison Streit from the Calgary Public Library. Good morning to you again, Allison. Thanks so much for being here as usual. Yeah, you know, this is something I've never tried out before, is a graphic novel, but why not, right?
Absolutely, they're so fun. One of the best things I love about, so I brought classic comic books.
Okay.
One of the best things I love about classic comic books is that there's kind of endless creativity. There's always going to be a new character or a reboot of a fan favorite. So
oh, okay, cool.
I brought a bunch of comic books that all tie in with movies that are coming out this year.
Oh, and that's great, right? Because people want to do that all the time. Whenever they see something on the big screen, they only think, was this a book first?
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, well, let's start with this one. Huge movie.
Yes, so Guardians of the Galaxy just came out a few weeks ago.
Sure did.
And actually, the series premiered in 1969.
Is that right?
Yeah, but the reboot of the characters that we know and love, so Star-Lord, that didn't start until 2008. So I brought one of the newer comic books. It just was released last year.
Oh, cool. That's neat. What age group are we looking at for these books?
I mean, they're really for anyone. You can start as a child.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the comic books, they have a little bit more adult content. This one is for young adult readers, but up until, you know, you're 80 years old, you're still
right, you can enjoy it, right? There you go. Okay, let's move on to this one. Earth 1, Volume 1?
Yes,
Wonder Woman.
This is Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman comes next month, and I'm very excited. So I checked out Earth 1, Wonder Woman, and it's about her origin story.
Oh.
So Earth 1 was a 2010 series by DC Universe that looked at all the origin stories of all their characters. So Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all those characters.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I like this, especially for the young girls out there.
Absolutely.
That's fun. And that's a whole new audience too, wouldn't it be, really, for the graphic novel?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's move on to this one, Thor.
So Thor doesn't come out till October, but if you're missing the character, there are lots of choices. So Thor's been around since the 1960s. And this series, God of Thunder, started in 2012 and is continuing now.
Cool.
So you can always check out, and there are tons of back issues.
This one feels bigger and heavier.
Yeah, I mean,
so they range in size, hey?
Yeah, so a comic book is a serialized story, so they're going to be really short stories, and then
can we show this? Yeah, like there's some really incredible imagery here if we can get the reflection working for us. There you go.
And then when they're actually published together, they're put together in a larger book.
Look at that water is great.
If you were buying a comic book, you'd buy like kind of this little short story.
Right.
This is a bunch of them put together.
A bunch of them put together. Yeah. I like it. Okay. Oh, well, Star Wars, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah, so Star Wars isn't exactly what you think of when you think of comic books, but there are a ton of comic books in the Star Wars universe, all about the characters. So this is actually looking at the first 3 movies, the original trilogy.
Okay.
So if you're looking forward to the movie coming out in December, you can kind of get into the spirit and read the original one.
That is so great. This one too is feeling bigger and heavier, which
well,
is great.
It is 3 movies all condensed into one.
Right, okay, so that's a lot of content for sure.
They definitely cut out some stuff.
Oh, see, look at this. I love these things. Can we show these? Here we are. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I don't know if you know this about me.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So you can take this one home with you too.
Okay. The kids are going to love this.
Yes.
And that's one of the fun things too when you've got a young reader or a new reader in your house. This is a nice way to get them started, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay. So, The Spectacular Sisterhood of Superwomen. Yes. This sounds fantastic.
So this isn't actually a comic book, but I had to bring it. It came across my desk this month. So new, so exciting, and it's the history of female superheroes and comic book characters.
Oh, I love it.
So it looks from the 1930s when comic books really started to take off until nowadays, and looks at all the characters.
Oh, I love it. So some fantastic options here. And you actually can show us a unique way to read these graphic novels.
Absolutely. So one of the great things that we have at the Calgary Public Library is called
show
hoopla.
Darren right there, yeah.
So hoopla is a product that you can download on any kind of tablet. It's an app, and you can read ebooks, audiobooks, movies, and TV shows. But one of the best things about it are graphic novels and comic books. We have a ton of them online. So if you are a little bit sad that Riverdale from Netflix finished this past weekend, you can actually check out the Riverdale series and just kind of swipe through.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's super easy to read.
A cool way to read it for sure. Thank you so much for that. Now, we want to get to our book club as well because we will be chatting about this novel, You Will Know Me by Megan Abbott. We've read it. We're hoping that you have read it as well. We'll be chatting Facebook Live around 9:30. We'd love to hear from you. This book was very good. Definitely a page turner.
Yes, absolutely.
It reminded me a little bit of The Girl in the Train, just a little bit. You know how it just moves so quickly?
You weren't really
There's a bit
sure
of a
what
thriller.
was happening at some point.
Exactly. So you'll hear what we have to say about that at 9:30 on Facebook Live. Allison will be sticking around so we can have our little chat. We will see you then. Allison is sticking around with us because, of course, we're going to be doing our BT Book Club chat right after the show, Facebook Live at 9:30. But we wanted to do something a little different this time and announce the next 3 books that we'll be chatting about. So here is the big reveal. So this is book 1 for June.
Right. So The Handmaid's Tale doesn't need much of an introduction, especially since everyone is talking about the new series that's showing on Bravo every Sunday night.
Yes.
But we wanted to get into this discussion. It's a 1985 book, Margaret Atwood, and it's a chilling glimpse at a future where the United States has been overthrown by a totalitarian government, and most women are enslaved.
Yeah. And it is dark and twisty,
yes,
but fascinating. And I think it actually holds a little bit of maybe prophecy about what could happen if we're not careful.
A little terrifying, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
a little bit scary. So on to lighter fare then,
yes,
for July and August,
July,
because these are our summer reads now. So we want to lighten things up a little bit. So this one's fun.
Yes, The Assistants, a super fun read. So it focuses on Tina, and she is kind of a lowly assistant to a billionaire. And at one point, she notices that there's a budgeting mix-up, and when she's fixing it, she realizes she could pay off her entire student loan without anyone noticing.
Oh, so that's tempting.
For her, it would be life-changing, and it's basically pocket change for her boss.
Right.
So the book really looks at what could possibly go wrong with this plan.
Oh, I like it already.
Yeah.
That's fun, for sure. Okay, and then for August, this is the book we are looking at.
Yes, The Girls by Emma Cline. It's a very popular book. Lots of people are reading it. Just came out last year, and it focuses, it's based somewhat on the Manson family.
Okay.
So we have our main character, and she's really drawn to these girls. They're a group of dangerous, beautiful women, and she becomes involved with them, and as she gets to know them more and more, she doesn't actually realize that she's coming closer to this unspeakable violence that ends up happening.
Ooh, that sounds chilling and exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. The next 3 words for the BT Calgary Book Club, and I will, if I can just get that out of the mouth, that would be great. So the BT Book Club, these are the next 3 books, and I will also be posting about these on our social media, and I'll blog about them in the next couple of days so you can keep track of what they are, and you can certainly pick them up at your Calgary Public Library.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Allison, thank you so much. We'll see you at 9:30 on Facebook Live.